Hi, this is the new Mercury 2.0. So this is the Aztron Mercury. It's the mid-size in their all-round boards range. So they do an all-round 9'9", 10'10". So the 9'9" is the Lunar, the 10'10" is the Mercury, and then they also do a larger board, the 11'11", which is the Titan board. All of the all-round boards from Aztron now have a new internal core to them, which makes them a lot lighter. They're all double chamber, and I'll go into some of the features on this one. So the main dimensions of this one is 10'10". It's 32 inches wide, which is a sort of good mid-size width for an all-round board, and they're 6 inches thick, so they're nice and stiff when you stand on them. There's lots of different ways to make a paddleboard, but to make a paddleboard light and stiff is quite a task. And what they've done here with the Mercury is improved the internal structure of the board. So unlike the majority of the boards on the market, this one has a nylon thread in a weave they call X Infinity inside the board, which is about 20% lighter than a standard Dacron normal drop stitch thread. It attaches the top of the board to the bottom. So you get a really lightweight internal core, which is stiffer and lighter than a standard construction. Also, with all of the Aztron boards, they have a double chamber. So you have a large double chamber, a 50-50 volume distribution between the internal chamber and then the outside chamber going around the outside. Having a double chamber on the board basically means that you have like an I-beam running through the sides of the board where you stand, so it gives you a very solid feel underfoot. It's about 30% stiffer than a standard single chamber board. So when you stand on it, the board doesn't flex. When you stand on the double chamber, your feet don't move in the board like they can do on a standard single chamber board. So double chamber will give you a lot stiffer feel underfoot. It feels closer to a hard board, and it's also got this lightweight internal structure. So a lot of sort of mid-range inflatables, if they're a fusion construction, will be around 10 kilos. This one comes in at under 8.5 kilos. So it's a very light but stiff board, which is lovely to paddle in this sort of size. So some of the features that we have on the Aztron Mercury, or the all-round boards from Aztron, they've got a bungee on the front, so you can attach your dry bag, flip-flops, whatever you want to put underneath the front, so a nice little storage area. You can see the double chamber inflation point, so you've got a single chamber and outside. Always pump up the middle chamber first, and then the outside one afterwards. And then once you come to deflate the board, always deflate the outside chamber first and then the internal one after. As we move down the board, you've got a real grippy diamond grip deck pad, so it gives you good traction, nice and hard wearing type of deck pad. You also have little D-rings on the side here that you can attach a kayak seat if you want to put a kayak seat on it, so you've got a fixing platform there. You've got a webbing handle obviously to carry the board around. And as we move further back down to the back of the board, nice little touches from Aztron. They have a stainless steel ferrule or grommet sort of thing in the back here, so it's a really solid connection onto the back of the board. It's a tablet shaped board, so it's basically wider in the nose, slightly wider in the tail, so it gives you lots of stability for a mid-sized person. We're just going to show you the bottom of the board, so I'll just flip it over. Okay, so on the bottom of the board I've got the accessories that come with the board. So now you get a new improved larger diameter pump with a two-way switch, so it goes from double action to single action, so you can get the volume in really quickly. It's a little bit wider than the old pump. It's got a pressure gauge on the top. You've got an outflow and then an inflow, should we say, so you can suck the air out of the board if you wanted to by using the other side of the pump. So that's the new pump for the ship. You also get a aluminium 3-part removable paddle, so this will fit into the bag nice and easy. It's got bungs in the paddle as well, so it won't sink like some basic paddles tend to do. It's got a nice white finish to it, So that's the aluminium style paddle that comes with it. You also get a 105 litre backpack with compression straps on the sides and on the front, so it's nice and easy to carry to the beach. It's a nice lightweight board. Towards the back of the board, we've got the really nice leash it comes with, so it's a calf leash. You can use it on your calf or ankle, easy to put together. And then you have a 9-inch plastic fin that goes into a US box. The US box has got a captive nut in the bottom of it, so it's super easy to put in, and it's a strong, secure system. So this is the US box fin. You've got a captive nut in the bottom of the board and then a screw in here. So you basically just slide the fin in and then just wind it up. And as you tighten it up, it will go straight into the board. On the bottom of the board now, you can see that it's got the double chamber running 50-50 volume distribution between each chamber, so giving you a long, stiffening internal part of the board. Basically, you get a bump opposite each valve. There's nothing to worry about. It's just where they cut the material out the top. That is the new Mercury 2.0, 10 foot 10 by 32, and it's 306 litres.